Imagine a world where the fate of a nation hangs in the balance, and the great powers of the world are engaged in a delicate dance to prevent all-out war. This is the reality of the situation in Ukraine, where the United States, Russia, and European leaders are meeting to discuss the possibility of NATO-like protection for the embattled country. But here's where it gets controversial. The idea of offering such protection to Ukraine without granting it full NATO membership has sparked debate among experts and officials. As US Secretary of State Marco Rubio noted, "We were able to win the following concession, that the United States could offer Article 5-like protection, which refers to the collective defense commitment enshrined in the North Atlantic Treaty. This move could potentially change the dynamics of the conflict. But it also raises questions about the implications for regional security and the potential backlash from Russia. And this is the part most people miss. The fact that Russia has not ruled out a security guarantee for Kyiv, despite its opposition to Western troops in Ukraine. As Steve Witkoff, Trump's special envoy to Russia, told CNN's State of the Union program, the United States could offer Article 5 protection, which was the first time we had ever heard the Russians agree to that. But what does this mean in practice, and how would it work? The details are still being hammered out, but essentially, the United States would commit to defending Ukraine in the event of an attack, without necessarily granting it full NATO membership. This could provide a measure of security for Ukraine, without escalating tensions with Russia. However, it also raises concerns about the potential for mission creep and the risks of getting drawn into a larger conflict. As Rubio noted, it would be a very big move by the president if he were to offer a US commitment to a security guarantee. That's what we'll talk about tomorrow. The talks between Trump and Putin on Friday had narrowed the number of key issues, which include drawing borders and military alliances for Ukraine, as well as security guarantees. But as Rubio cautioned, if one side gets everything they want, that's not a peace deal. It's called surrender. And I don't think this is a war that's going to end anytime soon on the basis of surrender. So what's next? The meeting between Trump, Zelensky, and European leaders on Monday will be crucial in determining the way forward. As Rubio said, we invited them to come. We've been working with the Europeans. But the question remains, will the parties be able to reach a deal, or will the conflict continue to simmer? And what are the implications for regional security and the global balance of power? These are the questions that we should be asking ourselves as we watch this drama unfold. But here's the thing. The fate of Ukraine is not just a matter of geopolitics. It's also a human story. The people of Ukraine are suffering, and they deserve our attention and our support. So let's keep a close eye on this situation and hope that a peaceful resolution can be found. But we also need to be realistic about the challenges ahead and the potential risks of escalation. As the great powers of the world navigate this complex web of alliances and interests, we must remember that the consequences of their actions will be felt far beyond the borders of Ukraine. So we have to ask ourselves, what do you think about the idea of offering NATO-like protection to Ukraine? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's a recipe for disaster? Let us know in the comments.